We're now into day 2 of a ban on Palestinian action after they been prescribed as a so-called terrorist group. Just for breaking after they broke into Brize Norton, sprayed a bit of red paint on these military planes, and that's enough to count them as a terrorist organisation, which is it's not a coincidence that has happened, by the way, because not long before the BBC banned the Hospital Gaza documentary, which only got shown on Channel 4 a few days ago. This is now showing us just how desperate the government are to protect Israel and their propaganda. They're pretty much owned by Israel now. Yvette Cooper, who started the motion to prescribe Palestine action, got donated like £200,000 by the Israeli lobby. And now, just yesterday, there was a big a peaceful demo outside somewhere in London. There were like 20 protesters, including an 83-year-old woman. They all got arrested just for sitting there for supporting Palestine action. Yeah, it's the first time that a not so terrorist group has been prescribed as a terrorist group just for civil disobedience. And that's not right. The abuse of powers to try and get this done by prescribing them in one vote alongside these two other neo-Nazi groups. And that's because if they tried to do it on Palestine action on its own, it wouldn't have gone through. That's how cowardly the government are. Starmer and Yvette Cooper and Luke Pollard, my MP. He's all for the ban as well. He's completely disgraceful now as well. Saying, oh yeah, they're actually training IDF soldiers, who are the real terrorists, by the way. But oh no, we can't say anything bad about Israel now, can we? It's anti-Semitic, isn't it? People are absolutely pathetic. Now the real question is what happens now? Well, we continue the fight. That's what happens. We continue trying to fight for Palestinian freedoms, however that may be, with the stalls and leafleting, rallies and demos, which are going to continue. And as for Palestine action itself, I don't know what's happening with them, because I've seen that their website's been taken down, all their social media's been taken down. Yeah, on the Palestine action website itself, it says they've gone they're going to be with international places, and so I don't know if they're going to still carry on as Palestine action or under a different name, because we've got to carry on. There's still a lot of work to be done. And you've got the Elbit systems to be done, Filton 14 or Filton 18, who've had their court cases. And the leaders of Palestine action, I don't know what's going to happen with them now either. Because yeah, it's really bad, This government is a complete disgrace. And in a few years' time, we could have fucking Nigel Farage as Prime Minister, Reform. And they're going to be even worse. They'll probably prescribe a whole lot of this human rights, animal rights, everything. Because they want to get rid of it, human rights and ECHR. Because even Nigel Farage, he was saying, oh yeah, they need to be prescribed and all the far right, because they're all pro-Israel as well. Yeah, so yeah. So as for trying to get this ban suspended, I think Palestine Action, they've got a hearing on the 21st of July at the High Court again, or is it the Supreme Court? So, because the High Court was just a few days ago, which they which the High Court failed to support them, which is disgraceful. And if that fails, then it'll be down to the ECHR, I'm guessing. Yeah, but it's fucking hell. It's shocking, isn't it? And now you can't support them. You can't wear a shirt supporting them. You can't say, "Oh yeah, they did a good thing" and whatever. Or you can't go to meetings with them. We're basically treating them like Al Qaeda or ISIS and what have you. And obviously, there's nothing like that. If this happened like 50, 70 years ago, the suffragettes would have been prescribed if Starmer and Cooper had been around back then. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. This is how far up Israel's arse the current government are. And it needs to end. Because Israel are committing a genocide. Last time I checked, there's like 50,000 people dead since October 7th, 2023. And it could be a lot more than that. Yeah. So we got to keep fighting. Because Palestine's not free yet, and we will keep fighting until Palestine is free. Free Palestine.